Queens are back. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out Ready for Love by Blackpink. It's a PUBG mobile game collaboration. Don't completely understand that, but I'm ready for love. You're ready for love. Personally, huge Lisa fan. Also, I'm a producer and songwriter, so expect a more technical reaction, a lot of pauses, trying to enhance your enjoyment. Okay, let's get into it. Starting out with Rose's vocal. I really like the really isolated place they give her. Fairly wet vocal, a lot of reverb on that. They've also boosted the high-end frequencies, so you get that real nice breathiness coming out. Very clean, great production there. Also, I really like the synths. They remind me of kind of what I'd expect from EDM, and I think Teddy's very good at playing into that space. I like how the second part of the verse is really distinct from the first part. Rosé is taking it real slow. Here we're getting a much faster melody, much more rhythmic hook. I like the mixing of hooks, you know, going from more melodic to more rhythmic. So this is done well. I also like that the beat's starting to pick up with that. So the melody is reflected in the production. They're kind of working in tandem. Oh, lovely. So I just, when her vocal comes in, it has so much character. It just adds something so completely different to the mix. Everyone's vocals has character in this group, but yeah, I just really like her rap tone and how it's kind of sing-songy right there. Adds a nice kind of contrast. We're like getting more and more rhythmic as the song goes on, which is fun. Okay, that pre-chorus build, there's a lot of really cool things they're doing with the percussion. They've got these really interesting rhythmic patterns on hi-hats and also this stiffer sounding instrument. I'm not sure what exactly it is. And then they're changing the frequency range. They're automating it. So we're starting with all of that percussion in a very low frequency range. A lot of the high end is cut off, and then they're just loosening up that high end as the pre-chorus builds into the chorus. Yeah, everyone's vocals are sounding great too, really clean. Not letting any instrumentation get in the way of what's going on. The instrumentation is fairly simple right here. We're just dealing with bass, synth, and percussion. And it's just one synth, and it's very kind of passive synth. It's not doing too much to interfere. There's also a crash there that I really, really liked coming into that pre-chorus. Interruption real quick. Please subscribe. It means a lot. Helps this channel so much. Thank you. I love this hook. I feel like their instrumental hooks are some of the best parts of their songs. That bum 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 bum. I'm ready for love. So good. It's such a great back and forth. And then Lisa's little like, I'm ready for it, I'm ready for it. Yeah, great stuff on this. Just stellar. Stellar hook. Sounds so big. It sounds so big and powerful, which I think is one thing that's so good about Blackpink is the power that they add to their music. The vocals and synths and everything pairs together so well to create this just intensity, this epicness. Just solid rapped verse. Just really getting after it, digging in. Yeah, such great flow. Just really kind of floating on top of that beat. It's interesting because that beat isn't like necessarily like a hardcore hip hop beat, but she's playing it like it is, like it's something in that vein. Interesting that they kind of skipped that beginning portion going into the second verse. It's half as long. So instead of doing the kind of more and more rhythmic portion, they just went straight to the rhythmic portion with Lisa's verse. I really like that pre-chorus too. I like that transition going from that rapped vocal to this much more slow, emotional vocal, although there's still a lot of emotion in the rap vocal. So in the chorus, you have actually 3 different vocal processes going on here. You have the background vocals, which I'm guessing they're putting through ensemble, there's a little more reverb on them to make them sound like a whole crowd is singing it, which is great, establishing like, hey, this is the part that the whole crowd can sing along to. You have Lisa's vocal, which is it almost sounds like distorted. It sounds like it's coming through a telephone. What they've done there is they've cut the high and low frequencies to kind of isolate that frequency range that we're getting for that vocal, and then they've probably put a little bit of distortion on it too to create that effect, and it comes out really nice. And then of course you have the straight vocal on top, a little bit of EQ just to make sure it sits right, and a little bit of reverb, and of course, you know, probably a little bit of tuning too, just to make sure it sounds super clean. Very clean sounding vocal. What a switch up. This bridge is such a switch up. The chord progression is completely different, and using a different synth too. A much wobblier synth, more of like a sine synth. Fascinating choice. Just complete diversion, but it still fits together. It's not killing the cohesion of the song in general. That pulse. I really like the pairing of that reverse hi-hat or reverse crash with a reversed vocal reverb. I haven't seen that used too often, but I really like how it turned out. It really blended those two build elements together. Both are kind of like popular things you'll see in pop and K-pop and all sorts of music, is the reverse hi-hat and the reverse vocal reverb, but I haven't seen them together too often, so I like that. Works really well. Interesting ending. Just doing the kind of crowd portion of that. I could see that working really well in a stadium or a show, because you're ending with just like the crowd repeating that vocal line over and over again, just kind of singing along. It's smart that it has no words to it, because Blackpink has such a global fan base, so having really simple just sounds that everyone can sing along to, super intelligent, super smart move. Well, I enjoyed that song immensely. The music video was a little weird for me, just seeing everyone as kind of video game characters. I like seeing them for real a little more in the music videos, but it's a partnership with a video game, so it makes sense that we're going to see that. Yeah, everyone pulled out great vocals. Jennie, Jisoo, Rose, and Lisa, just the top of their games. Hope my reaction has added some enjoyment of this song to you. And if you liked it, make sure you like this video, comment, share it, and please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. If you'd like to check out my music, which also incorporates pop and EDM elements, that's right here. If you'd like to check out my Blackpink reactions, they're here. And that's it. Catch you on the flip.